Welcome to the Blandon Art Museum. Thank you for joining me today. This is Look and Learn, a podcast about artwork currently on display at the Blandon. The goal of this podcast is to connect with the Blandon members and learn about different works of art currently on display. Each week, sharing personal impressions and information on selected works of art and the artists who created them. Today we'll be looking at a wonderful print, July 15th, by the Iowa artist Grant Wood. This print is lithograph and has a delightful drawing aspect that I personally enjoy. The image one could call a typical rural landscape, showing the rolling hills and fields of northeastern Iowa. Grant Wood was born in Iowa in 1891. He is one of the founders of regionalism and strove to depict rural life that embodies the values of the Midwest, hard work, and community. Like other American contemporaries, Grant Wood avoided the languages of modern European art. Abstraction was too subjective. He wanted his art to get to the point. He depicted his native Midwest with the clarity and precision he observed from Northern Renaissance work. Grant Wood became highly influenced by artists such as Peter Bruegel the Elder, Jan van Eyck, and others, not only through the shared perspective relationships, but also the color palette and paint application. Along with his relationships to the Northern Renaissance artists, Grant Wood also used the patterns and repeating forms found in Art Deco design, along with organic lines and shapes and curves that he loved from Art Nouveau. Melding these contrasting styles into a very unique American vision, his artwork had history and style. It was steadfast, but had speed written into the framework of the composition. Wood's work felt modern, but yet it was also resolute. It is that dialogue between the two parts of his artistic style that have always intrigued me as an artist, and one that appreciates wonderful works of art. Grant Wood's images always presents the viewer with an interesting vision and narrative. Let's look at the print currently on display at the Blandon, July 15th. Like a lot of his images, Grant Wood places the viewer in a lofty perspective, looking down on the world, floating slightly above the ground as if bopping around the Midwest in a hot air balloon. It is an interesting choice. The viewer is detached from the reality which he presents. In this image, Grant Wood is showing off the vastness and the beauty of the Iowa landscape. The rolling hills, open fields, and pockets of trees occupy most of the pictorial space, leaving only a splinter of sky that helps to push the vastness of the land even further into the background. The viewer enters the pictorial space and rolls around by the use of movement created by the intersecting lines created by the same hills, trees, and open fields. I also enjoy how he creates a sense of drama and suspense by pushing the homestead and school to the opposite corners of the composition. It's interesting that the school and the farm are placed in the corners, and how they barely peek out from behind the tree lines. Other visual devices Grant Wood uses can be seen in the dark contrast of the tree line itself. It invites the viewer to start at the bottom of the print and then moves the viewer around, down, and across and back to the front to start the migration all over again. His use of pattern in the fields and the seductive forms of the hills adds a tempo and a beat that holds the viewer's attention. July 15th by Grant Wood presents an interesting encounter with nature. It is a nature that is controlled yet feels free and open. Human presence is only seen in the manipulation of the landscape itself and the hints of domestic life. Overall, this is another great print that can hold a viewer's attention and can be appreciated over and over again. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you for listening in. As you go about your day, think about the different ways you encounter nature. Let it inspire you. Enjoy it. Be creative. Bye for now. See you next time.